Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is January 29th. I'm Michael Taylor. Yes, I sound a little different. I had a cold earlier in the week, lost my voice, but here I am. I'm in the studio anyway. I'm just gonna talk a little less today, and I think that'll be a refreshing change for everyone. There you go. Let's talk about our Stay Informed segment today. Oh, I'm on the show today. Where am I going? Look at that. I'm already stepping. Here we go. On the show today. I'm out of whack. We have Third Mutual. Jim Hopkins is going to be here. We're going through a lot of stuff that's going on over at Third, including some of the things that go updates with Ting and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to talk to him now. Let's go to Stay Informed. I was so excited to talk about the Stay Informed segment. We want to stay connected in the village. The Connections and Pathways Guides makes it easy to find information and answer questions in Laguna Woods Village. This one-page resource shows residents how to contact board, management, and staff, attend meetings, or submit questions, and stay informed through the village publications, email updates, and TV program. There you go. It's available right there in the community center, and you can access it anytime you like. All right, let's take a check of our weather forecast. And we got some warming up. We have a little bit of a Santa Ana condition going on. Not the great big winds that we usually get, but just a big warm up. 78 today, it's gonna be 80 degrees tomorrow, then 78 on Saturday, and then we start to cool off as the Santa Ana goes away and the onshore flow kind of comes back. We get 74 and 71 degrees on Monday, a little more normal for this time of year. All right, sunrise, sunset. We got a beautiful picture. Went all the way down to Mexico for this one. Thank you, Dennis Harper, for this from Jalisco, Mexico. Look at that cool lowrider. That is great. I wonder what kind of car that is. Sunrise this morning was 6:49. Sunset tonight is going to be 5:19. If you have a picture you'd like to send us, we'd love to see it. Email us, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we'll use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, folks, we got a meeting to tell you about, and then when we come back, we'll be talking with Jim Hopkins from Third.
At Freedom Village Assisted Living, we provide loving care and support when your loved one needs it most. We believe in laughing more and caring more. Dining will be an experience, not just a meal. We offer opportunities to create new memories. Your family will feel like they are part of our family as we work toward creating an extraordinary difference in lives worth living. To schedule a tour and complimentary lunch and for more information, please call us at 949-340-8108 or visit our website, freedomvillage.org.
Hi, my name is Ford. I'm a graduate gemologist and the founder here at Gold Standard. I've been in the jewelry and watch trade for over 30 years. Bring me your jewelry, watches, coins, even sterling silver flatware. I buy it all. Any item, big or small, you never know what you have in your jewelry box. Schedule a private appointment, bring me your items, and let me tell you what they're really worth. Never will you feel pressured. I treat all of my clients like their family. Gold Standard Company, by appointment only, here in Laguna Hills.
Hospice isn't about giving up. It's about showing up with compassion, expertise, and heart.
We care for the whole person, mind, body, and spirit, helping patients live each day to the fullest.
We walk with patients and families every step of the way because what we do is more than medicine. It's honoring every moment together.
Orange Hospice, with you, with heart, always. Please call us or visit orangehospice.net.
For nearly 40 years, Pacific Cardiovascular Associates has been the leading cardiovascular clinic serving Laguna Hills and Laguna Woods. At PCA, our board-certified heart specialists provide compassionate care, from initial consultations to routine follow-ups and more. We offer echocardiograms, stress tests, vascular studies, and pacemaker checks, all in one convenient location. With free parking and full wheelchair accessibility, PCA makes care easier than ever. Visit our website or give us a call to schedule your appointment today.
From Third Mutual, I want to welcome Jim Hopkins to the studio. And as you can tell, folks, I'm going to let Jim do most of the talking today. Welcome to the program. Happy New Year.
And same back to you.
We can still say Happy New Year. It's still January.
Yes.
You guys have some member comments. You hear from the public, whether it's at the meetings or the town halls, and some of the comments that have come back, you kind of want to make sure everybody understands or everybody's on the same page about what some of the misconceptions are or what some of the understandings are. So.
Yeah, when we have our meetings, one of the one of the segments is member comments, as you mentioned. And many members come in with their individual issues, and they are resolved. Usually we refer them to staff. The staff takes care of them. Two regular commentaries are Chris Collins, okay, from the Laguna Woods Foundation, and Juanita Skillman from the Laguna Woods History Center.
Sure.
And I found it interesting. By the way, for full disclosure, I am a trustee at the History Center.
Okay.
So if I lean towards them in this segment, then give me some grace.
Well, you come at it from a place of knowledge.
Exactly. And Chris, the Laguna Woods Foundation is supported totally by donations, and she comes to every meeting, whether it's Third, United, or GRF. And I think it's just wonderful what they do. They've been in the process for 27 years, and if you need help, they assist, but it is all anonymous, and they assist through social services. So I just want to do a shout out, as they say, that the Laguna Woods Foundation, or the Foundation of Laguna Woods, is really active, and we should support them. Okay, I know that's a kind of a advertisement, but I want to do that. The other thing that part of the meetings are, again, member comments. Juanita Skillman, who is on the board at Laguna Woods History Center, made a note. There's a common fallacy that the Clubhouse 6 was a manor at one time. It never was. All right. Cortese, our founder, used it as an entertainment center. Okay. And it was a try before you buy.
Okay, so kind of a show house.
Yes, so you can see what was inside of a typical manor. That's why it looks like a manor, or it looks somewhat like a manor. And so you could do a lot of things in there, and some of his high-profile clients he would bring in. And so that's what it was. And then in 1976, he sold it to GRF.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those concerns that sometimes come up in terms of what's cost and why is this manor not being used as a manor and things like that?
Yeah, it does come up. It's actually used quite a bit for smaller parties by residents. Okay, and it's very entertaining because it's very intimate in terms of what it provides for all of our residents. So it's a great space. I mean, I've been over there several times myself. I love going over there. There's always a lot going on.
I have to go over and take a look myself.
Yeah.
You always CEO report every time you guys have a meeting, and there are a lot going on, a lot you found out and want to kind of let third folks know about, right?
Yes. One of the things that Siobhan talked about was the update on the Ting's progress. As you know, Ting is our provider who's installing all of the wiring so that our new in-home entertainment and news updates coming now from over the wire, okay, over the internet by 2026, starting in 2027, is going to come over the internet. And as a result of that, Ting has started already to install, and they're installing now in United, and she gave us an update on the pre-wiring and installation goals. And actually, Ting is exceeding those goals by the end of the year.
Yeah, it's terrific.
So that was good. The other update she gave us was essentially some news about some fires within the community. She said there have been 3 fires over the last few days or few weeks, and she gave us some.
And they're mostly stovetop fires, right? They were just kind of minor things, no major damage in any of the manors, but one of those reminders of, hey, fire safety, things to have in the kitchen, those kinds of things, right?
Yes, and sometimes, I mean, I had a neighbor that left boiling eggs on the stove, okay, and the water went out, the eggs started to pop, and he was out. So, it's just little things like that. So we always have to be mindful of those things. And she gave us some safety instructions. We should all have fire extinguishers available, especially in our kitchens. Okay.
and know how to use them. I mean, you know,
Yes.
look at those. It's like the safety thing when they do on the airplane. You kind of don't pay attention while you're putting in your earphones, but you know, it's one of the things where if it happens, you're in charge until the fire department gets there.
Yes, yes. It's not one of those things where you set it and forget it. Remember that ad? You have to learn how to use it. It's
Right.
not difficult, but just learn how to use it. I
Right.
have one in my kitchen.
Right. And Orange County Fire Authority has their information on there, so they can get there.
Yes, and also our residents are encouraged to enroll in Alert OC, as well as Laguna Woods Everbridge. And you can scroll to access, you can scroll into lagunawoodsvillage.com and scroll down and click sign up today.
Right. And those are great things in terms of those alerts because when there are emergencies, we had a recent power outage, things like that. Those are the things that we can get alerts from specifically for residents here in the community, right?
Yeah, the CEO also indicated that we as senior citizens should avoid scams.
Right.
All right.
And they're coming at from every different direction these days with all the AI that's kind of making it even more and more hard to identify and see.
It truly is. I'm amazed. I will be talking about something, and as you know, Alexa and Hey Google now knows what you're saying.
Oh,
So
they're
I'll
listening.
be talking about something, and within 3-4 days, I'll start to see pop-ups and ads.
Right.
That for the very things that I was talking about. It's scary, it's amazing, but it's a little scary, especially for us at our stage in life. All right? But just to avoid scams, just don't open any emails or mails from anyone you just don't know.
Never click on those links. And a lot of times it's banks saying, oh, your account is going to be frozen. Click here to make sure it doesn't happen. So one of those is like just, hey, call the bank directly.
Call the bank direct.
Call a known number and go to a known website that you know and verify, because 99% of the time it's bogus.
Yeah, absolutely. That happened to me one time. I got an email saying that my bank account had been closed, et cetera, et cetera. I called the bank, and they said, "Oh no, it's a scam."
Right.
So it's something to be careful for. The other thing that directly affects us, okay, is and this is not a pleasant thing to announce, but the CEO announced that in 90 days, our gates have been hit 28 times,
Goodness.
which means we probably aren't paying attention to our
Right.
driving, or we're pretty much impatient.
Right. A little bit of impatience, a little bit of not paying attention can combine to a lot of that damage, and that's a costly measure. Then the gates shut down, and then it brings, so it's a major problem.
It's costly, and by the way, I do understand. I can't confirm this. Is that when we break it, we pay for it.
Right.
I don't mean when I say we, I'm not talking about the mutual or GRF. I'm saying the resident. So there's a cost to
Right.
not paying attention.
So to show a little more patience, pay a little more attention with those gates and the folks who are running those gates, and make sure everything's in sync down there.
Yep. So.
Now, from time to time, you guys are updating resolutions just for clarity, just to conform with maybe state law and things like that. And you guys have had some updates recently, right?
Yes, we did. It's interesting because over the holidays, there's not a lot of activity. And so I think the boards use this time and the staff uses this time to kind of clean up some of the policies, either update them or clean them up so that they conform to today's laws, because as you know, the state and the county are constantly updating their rules and regulations. So they updated the wording. We updated our wording to
The common area.
to
use
a common
policy.
area, especially
Yeah.
the exclusive use common area. I know we all live in condos, and the condos, everything outside of the walls belongs to the mutual, and that would include patios. All right. Now we call that exclusive use common area because in many cases no one can access the patio but you. But it still belongs to the mutual.
Right.
And
So
so
people have to observe certain rules and regs about having plants up there or hanging things from that kind of thing, right?
Yes. And so we updated that to make sure that when anyone wanted to make an alteration to it, we just updated the wording on the policy itself as like for like, from like for like to like for equivalent,
Okay.
which kind of takes into account the upgrades in technology and other
Sure.
things that are happening with us. But it also clarified, we also clarified the law, okay, in terms of clarified in conformity with law, okay, what you could do, what you can't do. Therefore, it's too complicated to go into at this moment, but it's pretty simple and straightforward. Yes.
Right. Okay.
And then we also updated our alterations and accessibility policy to comply with the law and civil code.
Right. So that just as they change those in the state, you guys kind of play catch up a little bit sometimes,
Exactly.
right? Okay.
And Michael, we use this time during our to just, especially towards the end of the year, to update a lot of the policy issues that update to the law. As you know, the law changes from year to year, and so we know what that law is going to change. And so we use this time to update a lot of our policies that may be antiquated, and we use this time.
Right. And another one was updated the unoccupied manor inspection policy, right?
Yes, yes, yes. We updated that policy because many of our manors are not occupied. In fact, I have one close to me that's been unoccupied for years.
Wow.
Okay, and what we were finding out is that in many cases there may be a water leakage, there could be mold, there could be all sorts of things that happen as a result of people not inhabiting.
Yeah. Toilet's been running since '05.
Exactly. And in some cases, it will affect common area and your neighbors. And so there was a necessity to be able to access it in those areas. And so we had to come up with the rules to be able to access it an unoccupied area.
Right.
For that, for instance, an unoccupied, if it's 6 months or more, the mutual can access and go in upon notification. And in an emergency situation, obviously, we will go in as necessary to protect the other residents.
Right. Now, updated the common use license agreement as well?
Yes.
That's just one of those to keep up with what's going on in the state.
Yes, yes, yes. That's related to the clarification of the common use policy. What we found out through our legal counsel, by the way, is that we were issuing what's called covenants in order to update certain, and for people to upgrade or to change their exclusive use common areas. And what we found out is that what we should have been doing is issuing licenses to do that.
Okay.
Because a covenant would be in violation of our CC&Rs. So our legal counsel then gave us some advice and counsel and said, hey, look, why don't you call it a license? You don't have to change what you do, just call it a license and issue licenses. And at the same time, as a result of that, I guess some of the legal complications are not there. And so the fee to do that actually went from $750 down to $300. It's still a $50 fee for staff to be able to access, and do the work that they do. But that has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, a good step for anybody who wants to learn a little bit more about how Third operates and how all the mutuals operate and how this whole area operates is just go to the website, right? Because you guys have all your rules, you guys have a lot of your meeting information on there as well, right?
Oh yeah, our website is fantastic. It's new and it's still evolving.
Right.
But you can access almost anything there, including operating rules. I would just say go to lagunawoodsvillage.com, and if you're a resident, you have to register, okay? And so once you're signed in, you have access to almost all the tools you need to understand how this village operates. What it doesn't have is the history.
Right.
Okay, and again, I'll go back to my ad. Laguna Woods History, the History Center, is a wealth of information.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's great to see how like Ross Cortese's vision started there in Seal Beach, came here, and was spread across the country in terms of like senior living that was never really thought of in that way before, and just how this whole area is developed.
It is. It was groundbreaking then, and actually has never been repeated. There are several places that attempted to do that. I think the villages down in Florida had that idea in mind, which is maybe why they called it the villages. But no, and without certain aspects of what key aspects of what the Ross Cortese and his team did, it wouldn't be what it is today. And there's foundational elements to it. And to access those foundation elements, by the way, I would go on the Laguna Woods History Center website. There is a tremendous book there. Actually, it was paid for years ago by one of the trustees to be able to actually put it in a PDF form and able to download that. You can download it. It's about 280 pages, but it is a history based on folks who moved here, and it goes back to 1989.
Okay.
It's when the book was written.
Wow.
So it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
I know you want to talk about financials, so I saved the best for last. You have a little page coming. I want to run through us in terms of what's going on here.
Yeah, very simply. This is a very simple update. Right now, we're running a surplus at the end of November. All right, which, by the way, is expected. All right, it looks like it's a big surplus, and therefore we get some money back, etc. But right now, it's expected because many of our suppliers wait to the December to bill us for work that's done.
Right.
And then once the audit is done, then they find that there's work that's been done. The auditors will find work that's been done that's not been billed for yet. So that needs to be recorded since the work is done.
Kind of the year-end wrap-up.
Yeah, year-end wrap-up usually tends to wipe out most of the surplus that we see in November. So it's kind of it's misleading in some respects, but we kind of understand it. It's business as usual. The other part of that is that we noticed that our home sales, unit sales, have been flat over the last 3 years. Okay, actually come down a little bit. As you can see, it's down by 7 from year to year. Okay, which is not a lot.
Right.
It's
It
like
kind of
2%.
reflects what's going on nationwide, really.
Yeah, it's what's going on, and of course the average price is down just a little bit. But that's what's going on nationwide, and so what we have here is really reflecting nationwide activity.
Now, I know you guys start working on those budgets early.
Yeah.
For next year's budget.
Yep.
How much do you take into account, what was spent, how things worked, and how you kind of do the carryover into how it informs the next budget?
Interesting question. We look at each year, I think, as a separate entity. Obviously, it's compared to. Okay, it's also compared to budget, but in some cases, especially in the cases of capital or our reserves, you may have items that were in last year that are not in this year, and items in last year are not in this year. So that the spending could change. The operating expense generally maintains a level of consistency unless the mutuals, in this case Third Mutual, ask for more or less. For instance, if you want to do more cycles on landscaping, okay, then that's going to raise the price. If you do less, it's going to lower the price. So but at the same time, most of our work in a budget is about 70% people, resource.
Right.
And so those resources usually have some built-in increase.
Right, COLA adjustments and just
COLA
things like
adjustments. I mean, for instance, in the last 10 years, the minimum wage has doubled in California. That's going to reflect in what we do. So we do everything in our power to keep it the increases as low as possible. But we have to face the real world.
Okay. Now, I'm going to jump back to Ting. Ting is coming. Has it come to you guys yet? Not there yet, right? But have you been to some of the presentations? You kind of learned, getting a handle on what's coming?
Yes. In fact, Third had a town hall presentation yesterday at the PAC. All right. You
moved it to the PAC because you knew there was demand, right?
Yes, we had about 200-300 people there. All right. And they had some great questions about their individual circumstances and the overall progress of Ting. And those questions, I think, actually all got answered satisfactorily. Maybe some people didn't like the answer they heard.
But they got an answer.
They got an answer. I mean, but Ting is a necessary upgrade.
Right.
In fact, we're ahead of the curve. This is unusual for us. We're ahead of the curve because, as you know, entertainment is now no longer on cable TV, et cetera. It's coming through the internet.
Right. There's so much streaming nowadays.
Everything is streaming, and so this update is absolutely necessary. We're ahead of the curve, and we were fortunate to have the partnership of Ting to bring it in. And I'll do a shout out to Paul Ortiz and Jose Campos and all the rest of the team for coordinating this and putting it together and also presenting it to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's great that you guys got the information. I know, change is always challenging for no matter what it is, a technology or an increase in fees or whatever that might be. And so you guys are doing your best to handle it over there at Third.
Yes. We, change, especially for us older folks, change is a challenge. It's a challenge.
All right. Well, helping us through the challenge, Jim Hopkins from Third Mutual. Thank you so much for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're watching ThisDay. We'll be right back with a movie preview. Stay with us.
The Laguna Woods History Center, the only purpose-built local history archive in Orange County, has been capturing the legacy of our community since 1977. As a nonprofit dedicated to preserving today for tomorrow, we collect, conserve, and share the history of Laguna Woods Village, the city of Laguna Woods, and the surrounding Orange County region. Step into the past and connect with the present at your community archive. Whether you're curious about local milestones, searching for historical documents, or exploring treasured artifacts, the History Center is your gateway to the stories that shape Laguna Woods. The Laguna Woods History Center is a separate building adjacent to the Village Library. We are open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or by appointment. Visit us and find your place in history.
What would it feel like to hear better? Many people are trapped in the isolation of poor hearing and don't realize it. Even people that are wearing other hearing aids. No buttons to push or technology to fear. Artificial intelligence and these products do all the work. Don't settle for less. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Your eyes let you see the world, every smile, every sunset, every moment.
At Harvard Eye Associates, our team of specialists is here to protect your vision.
From cataracts and glaucoma to retina and cornea care, we offer the latest treatments with a compassionate touch.
For over 50 years, you've trusted us with your eyes. We're honored to care for them for years to come.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
Cider House Rules is tomorrow's movie, and it's brought to us by Hoag Orthopedic Institute. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the titles. It's a great movie. You're going to enjoy that one, hope so. Tomorrow on the program, we're going to be having folks from Sports Corner, Cole Young, and Dr. Abbas. He's our dentist, going to be on the show talking about making sure these are good. That's going to do it for this edition of ThisDay. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.